saying a lot of things, but unfortunately we don't have media coverage. So we need all these people on the streets to know that we are against ISIS, we are against extremism, we are against the killing of any individual, irrelevant of their gender, irrelevant of their sexual orientation, irrelevant of their faith, irrelevant of which sect of faith they follow. What we believe is that we have the right to coexist and they have the right to coexist, and that is what religion is all about. But Saudi Arabia wants to destroy this principle, and it is upon us to remind the people that the only thing that can keep these principles alive is our interaction with one another. Where I can look at an American and accept an American, and they can look at me as a Muslim and accept me. That is the only way we can tackle ISIS and their extreme mentality. You have to go out there and talk to people, break down these barriers. They are afraid of you and you are afraid of them, and that is exactly what ISIS needs in order to succeed. The only way they were able to destroy Jannatul Baqee 90 years ago was because they had people fearing people in Saudi Arabia. So when they went to destroy Baqee, nobody cared to speak because everyone was afraid. Can you imagine if someone went and destroyed the monuments in DC? That is a heritage for us to be proud of as an American people. Because in DC, that is the monuments which remind us of the founding forefathers of this nation. It reminds us of the Constitution, which gives us liberties for everyone and justice and freedom for every individual. Likewise, when Baqee was destroyed, those principles were destroyed, and then ISIS was able to bring about a new form of Islam, a radical form of Islam, because people forgot the founding fathers of this religion. The people in Baqee are not ordinary individuals, they are not your run-of-the-mill Muslims. They are the people who, when Allah speaks about them, He says, Hum ma'danu risala, ahlu baytun nubuwah. They are the people who the message was revealed to them to be revealed to humanity. They are the very ingredients which make this religion. They are the meaning of acceptance of people that are different to them. They are the meaning of charity and humanity and being selfless at all times. And if we forget who these people are, then it becomes very easy for ISIS to come forward and say, God wants you to kill, because we don't have a different narrative. Today, America is facing something very similar to what happened with ISIS in Islam. They're facing a threat that is extremism, and someone like Trump can come forward and say to us, oh, get rid of Hispanics because they're all rapists and they're all criminals. Get rid of Muslims because they're all terrorists. Get rid of African Americans because they're no good. And the only reason he can get away with that is because there is a generation growing up in America who doesn't know the history of America, who don't understand what people had to go through to have this Constitution, which gives us the rights to live and coexist in peace and harmony. Lives were taken for this Constitution. Blood was shed. People died in order to save America from, whatever it was going through during the Civil War. This Constitution wasn't just over a cup of tea. No, people sacrificed to have this Constitution. And today we have someone like Trump trampling over these values because we forgot what it meant to be American. And likewise, there are people forgetting what it meant to be Muslim. And it is our duty to remind ourselves that the Imams in Baqee are what it means to be Muslim. And we have to educate ourselves on that. And more than educate ourselves, we have to go out to the American public and educate them also. Because as you can see, there are no cameras around here except our own. And I ask everyone who is watching, take out your phone. You will be our media. If you're afraid of radical Islam, do something now. Take out your phone. Take a Snapchat. Tell the world, look, there's a group of Muslims here who are saying no to ISIS. Caption it on your Instagram, on your Facebook, or wherever it may be, but get the word out there. For 1400 years, the Shia Muslims have been the first casualty of extremism in Islam. The moment Prophet Muhammad left this world, they killed his daughter. Think about this. If you're a woman, think about this for a moment. In Arabia, women were being buried simply for being women. They were being buried alive. Prophet Muhammad comes and says, these women which you used to bury beneath your feet, paradise is at their feet. He raised the women high in society. And the moment he closed his eyes, the first casualty was his very own daughter. In Karbala, not only did they kill his son, but they trampled on his body. The first Muslim to be mistreated was the Prophet's own son. The Prophet has 12 descendants, not one of them died a natural death. They were either poisoned or killed by the sword. By whom? By ISIS. ISIS didn't start 10 or 20 years ago. They've been around for 1400 years, and Shias have been their #1 casualty. But look to us and see how we dealt with ISIS and how we dealt with extremism, and that is true Islam. We did not retaliate with sword. We did not retaliate with violence. We did not retaliate with vulgarity. No, we retaliated with compassion and love. And whenever we had power, we forgave. And that is what it means to be a Muslim. And now it's up to you. You ask the Muslims to speak, so here we are. Small in numbers. But that's irrelevant to us, because we believe that the only thing necessary for us to overcome evil is to be good people and to spread the good word and to show compassion to our fellow human beings, even though they may hate us. Our struggle is not to kill people, but to kill hatred in the hearts of people. And to kill hatred, you don't use M16s or F16s or rifles or whatever it is. You kill hatred with love. You kill hatred with compassion. You kill hatred by winning people over through your good morals and good conducts. And that is what the Quran says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And call people to the way of your Lord with good speech and good conduct. It didn't say go out and kill people who are different to you. It didn't say kill Jews and Christians and homosexuals. Absolutely nowhere do you find that in the Quran. As a matter of fact, the only thing in the Quran which is taken out of context, it says kill those people who are today becoming ISIS. The ignorance of Quraysh, that's the people the Quran said kill them wherever you find them. It was the people of Mecca. So we need to understand that there is no room